The hypocrisy is unbelievable. You have protests, violence, doxing of ICE agents, and that is a violation of federal law. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It would be much appreciated. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the border crisis and the hypocrisy behind it. America has been dealing with the biggest border crisis in modern history, with millions of people crossing the border, cities overwhelmed, and the system completely out of control. And suddenly, the same people who said there is no crisis, the same people who said let everyone in, are now outraged because enforcement is finally happening. You have protests, violence, doxing of ICE agents, and for what? For enforcing laws that have been in place for decades. The hypocrisy is unbelievable. And today, we're going to break it down. For years, Americans were told that the border was secure, but the numbers don't lie. Millions crossed in just a few short years. Border Patrol, city governments, even Democrat mayors were begging for help. People weren't just immigrating. They were entering outside the legal process, as we all seen. And that is a violation of federal law. You can call it what you want, but facts are facts. And here's the thing. America is not anti-immigrant. We're a nation built by immigrants. People who followed the law, went through the process, and earned their place. The problem is not immigration. The problem is illegal entry. When you're trying to join a country and the first thing you do is break its laws, what does that say about respect for the country you're trying to join? People watch cities like New York and Chicago spend billions on shelter, transportation, food, healthcare, and other services. Meanwhile, you have Americans struggling with rent, healthcare, food, and other just basic necessities. So there's 16 billion in Medicaid, billions more going to NGOs to fund everything down to legal help, all funded by the taxpayer, when the taxpayer didn't even get a vote in it. If we're going to fund immigrants, we should start with funding the legal ones first. I say the line between what's allowed and what is improperly accessed gets blurry quick. And I believe that's where a lot of the frustration comes from. People aren't angry that immigrants want a better life. People are angry because they work their whole lives and are still struggling and almost feel like they're being put second. You have all these people protesting and shouting online that ICE needs warrants. This is completely false, and it shows how little people understand immigration laws. Immigration enforcement is civil, not criminal. ICE agents use administrative warrants, which have been used under every president. Obama used them to deport millions. Every administration uses them. Expecting over 10 million judicial warrants, each signed by a federal judge, is impossible. And that's not how the system works, and it has never worked that way. This whole warrant argument is just a talking point created to slow down enforcement. Now here's where the hypocrisy comes in. When Obama deported record numbers, the protests were small, isolated, and they were barely covered. No one was doxing ICE agents, no one was demanding them to show their face, and no one was demanding judicial warrants. You fast forward to now, enforcement begins, and suddenly it's the end of the world. People are protesting, people are blocking buses, people are attacking ICE facilities, people are posting agents' home addresses online. So what changed? Not the laws, not the process, not the warrants, not even the agents involved. The only thing that has changed is the politics. People aren't protesting deportation, they're protesting who's doing it. And that tells you everything you need to know. A country without borders isn't a country, it's just land. And every country on earth has immigration rules, entry requirements, and enforcements. This isn't cruelty, it isn't hatred, and it isn't anti-immigrant. It's how countries maintain order, security, and fairness. Otherwise, people who follow the rules get punished, and the people who didn't get rewarded. Most Americans are not saying don't come. They're saying come legally, come the right way, and come with respect for the system. If you do that, you're welcome to pursue the American dream like millions before you. America can handle immigration. We have done it for centuries. What we can't handle is a broken system, endless loopholes, and political games that put American citizens last. Enforcing the law isn't extreme. It's normal, it's necessary, and it's how things should be operated. But the hypocrisy needs to be called out, and the facts, they need to be understood, and the conversation, it needs to be honest. Because if we can't even agree on what a border is, then we're not going to have much of a country left to argue about. So if you agree, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys next time. Love ya. Peace.